Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. Let's begin with the practice question. Malaria is spread through the bite of which of the following mosquito? The correct answer to this question is Anopheles. B is the correct answer. World Malaria Day is an occasion to highlight the need for continued investment and sustained political commitment for malaria prevention and control. It was instituted by WHO member states during the World Health Assembly of 2007. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium parasites, and the parasites are spread to people through the bites of infected female Anopheles mosquito called malaria vectors. Moving on, arrange the following countries in order of their military spending from highest to the lowest. The correct answer to this question will be first China, then India, and then the United Kingdom. A is the correct answer. According to data published by SIPRI, the top 5 military spenders are the US, China, India, UK and Russia. They accounted for 62% of the global military expenditure. US accounted for 38% of the global military spending and China for about 14%. UK moved up 2 ranks in 2021. India's military spending in 2021 grew by 0.9% from 2020 and by 33% from 2012. Which of the following are the powers and functions of a governor in India? Promulgation of ordinances, appointment of chief minister, specify any tribe as scheduled tribe in the state. We have to select the correct answer to this question. Only the first and the second will be correct. B is the correct answer. The Tamil Nadu Assembly passed 2 bills that seek to transfer the governor's power in appointing vice chancellors. The governor is a constitutional head. He and she is an agent of the center as the union government nominates the governor in each state. Article 157 and 158 specify the eligibility requirements for the post of a governor. Governor has the power to grant pardons, reprieves under Article 161. He or she appoints the CM and other ministers under Article 164. They may promulgate the ordinances under certain circumstances under Article 213. But Article 342 of the Constitution empowers the President to specify as any tribe under scheduled tribe in the state. Blue straggler star was discovered by, the correct answer is Alan Sandage. So A is the correct answer. Recently, scientists at Indian Institute of Astrophysics, Bengaluru have found support to understand the peculiarity about blue straggler star. These are hot blue massive stars and they seem to have a different trajectory of evolution from the norm. Alan Sandage, an astronomer with Carnegie Observatories in Pasadena, California, discovered blue stragglers in the globular cluster M3 in 1952-1953. Reporters Sans Frontiers, that is, Reporters Without Borders, often in the news, is a non-profit organization. D is the correct answer. Reporters Sans Frontiers, that is, Reporters Without Borders, is a non-profit organization that is based in Paris. It works to document and combat attacks on journalists around the world. It has consultative status with the UN, UNESCO, Council of Europe, and the International Organization of the Francophonie. Moving on, consider the following statements with respect to cabinet. The word cabinet was inserted in Article 352 of the Constitution by the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. Deputy ministers are members of the cabinet. We have to select the correct statement or statements. Okay, so only the first is correct. A is the correct answer. The High Court of Bombay at Goa said arguable issues have been raised in a PIL challenging the lifetime status of the rank of cabinet ministers. The ministers of the cabinet head the important ministries of the union government, such as the Defense Ministry, Home Ministry, Finance Ministry, External Affairs Ministers. All these ministries play an important role in deciding policies and taking decisions regarding the transaction of the government's business. The word cabinet was inserted in Article 352 of the Constitution by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. Deputy ministers are not members of the cabinet and they do not attend cabinet meetings until and unless necessary. Consider the following statements with respect to European Commission. It was established in 1999, headquartered in Belgium. We have to select the not correct statement. Only the first is not correct. A is the correct answer then. Prime Minister held talks with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in New Delhi yesterday. The role of the European Commission is to promote the general interest of the European Union by proposing and enforcing legislation as well as by implementing policies and EU budget. Members consist of a team or college of commissioners, one from each European Union country. President is Ursula von der Leyen and year of establishment is 1958, not 1999. Location is at Brussels, Belgium. Moving on, we have to match these cities to the country which they belong to. Dammam in Yemen, Sana'a in Oman, Salalah in Saudi Arabia. So as we have to select the correctly matched pair, none of them are correct. D is the correct answer. Moving on. India thanked Oman and 2 other concerned parties for the release of 7 Indian sailors who were in detention of the Houthis in Yemen since January 2nd. Dammam is a city in Saudi Arabia, Salalah is a city in Oman, and Sana'a is in Yemen. So as you can see, their locations. Moving on. Which state has backed the National Award for Curbing Malaria? The correct answer is Andhra Pradesh. The Union Health Ministry acknowledged Andhra Pradesh as the best performing state in the control of malaria. Andhra Pradesh has brought down the total number of cases by 5 times in 3 years. The award was an acknowledgement to the state's effort in eradicating malaria based on annual parasite index, which was less than 1 in all the districts of the state. The API is calculated as less than 1 malaria case per 1,000 of population in a year. Consider the following statements with respect to sedition. It's a non-compoundable offence under the law. IPC was brought into force in 1860 but had no section concerning sedition. As we have to select the correct statement. Both are correct. C is the correct answer. 3 Kashmiri students who were in Agra prison in a sedition case about a month ago finally walked out of the jail on Monday evening. IPC was brought into force in colonial India in 1860 but had no section concerning sedition. It was introduced in 1870 on the grounds that it was dropped from the original IPC draft by mistake. Under section 124A of the IPC, the offence of sedition is committed when any person by words or otherwise brings or attempts to bring into hatred or contempt or attempts to excite disaffection towards the government established by law. It is a cognizable, non-bailable and non-compoundable offence under the law. It entails life imprisonment as maximum punishment with or without fine. When the repo rate is increased, the liquidity in an economy increases, decreases, stays the same, increases first, then decreases. The correct answer is option B, that is decreases. The Reserve Bank of India will raise its repo rate in June and hike at a faster pace than predicted just a few weeks ago. A high repo rate helps drain excess liquidity from the market. A high reverse repo rate helps inject liquidity into the economic system. The repo rate is always higher than the reverse repo rate. Repo rate is used to control inflation and reverse repo rate is used to control the money supply. Moving on. Let's look at the practice question for the next segment. Which of the following countries form a part of the Lithium Triangle? Venezuela, Argentina, Chile. We have to select the correct answer using the code. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated. Thank you so much for watching.